Hi, welcome to the 15 Minutes podcast with Accasia Hanson from Top Towns Promotions Australia, featuring the best of independent music worldwide. Be sure to subscribe and stay blessed. Hi, welcome to the 15-minute podcast with Accasia Hanson. Today we have Mr. Brad Swallows. How are you doing today?
Doing great, doing good.
That's fantastic. So people can get to know you a little bit. Can you give us an introduction about yourself, where you're from, and a bit about your music background too?
Okay, I'm from the States, South Louisiana. Um, this area is known for like Cajun music and Zydeco and a little bit of blues. And I'm mostly a blues and rock guy, which over the years I've played all the other genres too, but my main genre is rock and blues.
Yeah.
And I guess I got my start when I was pretty young with a couple of bigger names out here that's in the Blues Hall of Fame. Roscoe Chenier was the one who really gave me my first start when I was just coming out of high school. And Leopold Buck Senegal, which about 6 years ago, he played on my first disc that I put out. But they both have passed on now. None of them with us anymore.
Okay. What made you want to become a musician?
I don't know. I always loved it as a kid. And then when I was around 14, uh, I was around 14 years old. I had a friend that was playing and he was starting to get popular in the area. He was like 2 years older than me. And I said, man, I want to do that. So bought a guitar and just started learning.
Yeah. What accomplishments do you see yourself achieving in the next 5 to 10 years? And that's like a broad question. So it's more of a question like if you're gonna have anything happen tomorrow, like the ultimate of this path, what would it be?
Just a bit of keep touring, a bit of make a decent living at this, and I'd have to starve to death doing it.
Mm, 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 mm. What makes you feel passionate about music? Or what is it
It's
about
just the love of it.
music that you're
Well,
passionate about?
that's a hard answer. It's just the love of it.
Mm,
I love I love playing live. It's probably my favorite thing. I like working in the studio too, but live is my. I just love playing live, seeing
the
that crowd out
energy.
there. It gets you fired up. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, okay, describe your creative process for making music to somebody who doesn't know how to make music. Like, for instance, do you just get inspiration from thin air just during the day and then you go and start finding a melody, or do you listen to melodies and then or a beat and then you come up with what you want to talk about, or what's your process, your creative process?
Really two different ones. Sometimes I'll just like a line or a verse for a song will just pop in my head and I'll whatever I have laying around, I'll write it down. And then from there I'll try to build the lyrics and sometimes at the same time I'm coming up with the music with it. But then there are other times I'll just come up with like a guitar riff in my head and end up building a whole song around that and then coming up with the lyrics. So it just depends both ways I go usually.
Nice, nice. Okay, are there any musicians which inspire you, and what qualities what quality do you admire about them?
Well, growing up, the area I live in, there's a lot of musicians out here. So I guess it was probably the local guys first, like the people I played with when I was younger, Roscoe Chenier and Lil Buck and others. Uh, Even my good buddy now that plays in my band, Ronnie Weiss, grew up listening to those guys, and
Yeah,
just sparked to be like them. And then stuff that came out on the radio, and I was always big into the blues, so we don't hear it as much on the radio, unfortunately. But like the guys, like the British rock guys, Eric Clapton, and especially when he was with Cream and those sort of bands. Then, of course, when Stevie Ray Vaughan came out, I was I'd already been playing a while at that point, but
Yeah.
I love his style too. And I guess they inspired me. I just kind of took a little bit from everyone, and I was a huge BB King fan. I've gotten to meet him several times, and
Uh,
uh, that's probably I worked at his stuff for the longest, and it's odd. Everybody thinks, well, his playing was simple, it's few notes. Sometimes it's harder to get that feeling across with just a few notes like he did. I
yeah.
just thought he was
Yeah.
incredible. His phrasing was great.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, which skills have you gained that help you perform effectively as a musician? Like, that's a hard question. So, for instance, okay, like before you go perform, like, do you meditate to get over nervousness, or do you drink? Like, what's your go-to to go on stage effectively?
You probably won't believe it, but really nothing special. I,
Yeah.
I've been playing with my I've been playing with those guys in my band for so long now, and I have such confidence in them that I could walk up on that stage half dead, and I think we'd still sound good because they're so good. They make me sound good. And I never was. I don't get a lot of case of getting nervous, believe it or not. Maybe just a little bit, not very
Yeah.
often. And some gigs I may have a few drinks, and others I don't drink at all.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, you won't see me on stage messed up, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Afraid of that happening if I drink. No more
Cool.
than one shot, you know. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Tell me about your favorite performance of your career.
Oh, my favorite one's always my last one.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay.
No, well, we actually played a festival last night, a pretty big festival, and
Yeah,
it was just a blast. Played tons of clubs, but something about the outdoor festivals. I guess because you just have so much more people that show up, you know, and it's more family oriented. It
yeah,
just makes it fun to play for the bigger crowds.
yeah, yeah. Nice, nice. We've come to the end of the interview. Is there anything you'd like to add, like any up and coming releases or what to expect from you in the future, basically?
Well, I've been mainly putting out singles every 3 to 4 months is what I try to do. My last single that's out right now is called "Put a Smile on Your Face." It can be found on all the streaming services. Just look up Brad James Swallow, Google it. It's on Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, basically all of them. Amazon Music, Apple Music, and that can actually be heard now. That last song. So check out Brad
Beautiful.
James Swallow and look for "Put a Smile on Your Face."
Yes. Yes, yes. Cool, cool. I'll stop the recording now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope to continue interviewing you as you do all these fantastic things.
Sure thing. I enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying your music. You seem to be shooting up. You're like a star right now. Just keep going high. I like that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Face, you'll get better with a smile on your face. But it's a long road to hoe. That's right. It's was never an easy thing.